Alright guys, top of the morning, Kish my world, and welcome to a brand new video, brand new day from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. And this being my last day here, I felt it's only good to express and show you guys some things and facts about Addis Ababa and Ethiopia even in general that I wish I knew before coming here. So this is like things I wish I knew before coming here, things that I loved so much about the country, things that I really didn't like so much that I wish could be improved. And you know, it's not about hate, it's not about criticism, it's about praising this beautiful country, the country that was never colonized, you know, the origin of mankind. And I'm not alone in the video because I was not alone here. I'm with the lovely Jackie Million, Miss Jackie. Yes, and she also experienced this place, and more so it's part of her culture because you know she's born in the Habesha region, so she's part of the Habesha people, which means she identifies with a lot of things from this culture even though she's not born here. Yeah, right? Speak right. For yourself. Yeah,
it's true because Eritrea and Ethiopia are similar. Yeah. So it's like I identify a similar culture.
Yes, but all the same we've still experienced some, if you can call them, culture shocks, you know, and that's what we're going to be discussing in this video, so that if you're planning to come to Addis, you might know how it is, so that you're not so surprised like we were. And furthermore, if you are from here, you know, comment below, or if you have lived in Addis or in this region, and tell us how accurate we are, if our assumptions were correct, if our praises to the country were correct, if our things that we're going to talk about were how they were. Yeah, man.
And so, also, I want to say that every time you go to a country, of course, as a tourist, it's impossible to see everything and go everywhere and experience all areas and all people. Yeah. So, of course, wherever you experience is based on what you saw and which people you interacted with. So, yeah. Of course, it's not a generalization, it's just what you experience as a person, that you can only talk about that part. True. You don't know the rest. Yeah.
And actually one of the things I might say, or this is just starting on a lighter note, one of the things that hit us as a very fast shock when we arrived, you know, we were staying at Jackie's aunt's place, so she was the one who was hosting us. She lives abroad, so she gave us like a house to stay while she was away. And we had exchanged some money in advance, so we were supposed to collect that money the following day. But then when we were in the room, we saw there was some money that was lying there, and we were like, oh, you know what, we can use this money to buy some stuff, food, yeah. Some snacks actually, yeah, and then we'll return it tomorrow when we get our money back.
We thought.
So we thought. What we did not realize is that we were using phased out currency, you know? So someone in my comment section said it was phased out in like 2002, but we were not aware about that. So we went and we want to try and buy something. So we asked, how much is this? And they said it's like 20 birr. And then we removed, was it 100?
Yeah, I gave 100. Yeah. And the guy took the money so quick, he looked and he said, forge,
because he doesn't speak like real English. Yeah. So he couldn't say it's like old or phased out. It was like forge. And we were like,
initially we didn't know what.
Yeah, so we thought it's more than 100. Me, I thought it's like more, because I thought he was asking for more money.
Then he removed his own money.
Yeah, he was like, do I have some money? He was like, this.
Yeah, this one is blue.
And then he's like, this one? No, this one. That is, so it's both 100. Then we were like, okay, forge. It means it's like old currency. So yeah, if you come here, make sure you know how the currency looks like, how the money looks like.
I think it was just some old currency that my aunt had laid there, you know, like just to remember the old currency or
just
something.
To remember the old currency.
Yeah.
But that was the first lighter note. Yeah, but anyways, now let's get into some stuff that we probably liked and did not like so much.
How can I take it?
Guys, we had to look for some sun. Sorry about that, for that cut. But guys, look at the views over here. This is the beauty of Addis Ababa. Look at the skyline of Addis Ababa there behind the skyscrapers from Meskel Square. Yeah, man. Anyways,
to come inside Meskel Square, you have to pay 20 birr, and look, there are so many cafes and
yeah, so you pay 20 birr to come inside here. Even if you want to sit here, if you want to go to the museum, it's up to you, but it's 20 birr to come in. Alright, so we were talking about things we liked or did not like, or something we did not know, or things that we did not expect. And one of the things that maybe I think when I arrived here I was a bit surprised about was the number of beggars in the street. You know, there's surprisingly a lot of people who are on the streets asking for money. And some of them are adults, some of them are kids, some of them are middle-aged, some of them are able-bodied, some of them are disabled. But that's one thing that will definitely catch you by surprise. and they're very resilient and very tough. And one of the things that actually, you know, was breaking our heart is especially the young kids. If you tell them no, or you don't want to give them money, because you don't want to encourage begging, you know, especially for kids who should be in school and just being kids and enjoying life. Okay, I got distracted again. I was saying the kids, especially the ones who are, you beg them for, they're begging for money, and then maybe you don't give them, because we usually don't encourage giving money, especially to kids who should be in school and being kids. But we realize some of them, if you don't give them anything, they insult you. So at least we even got like one of them on tape. Maybe we can, like, you can watch it later on and you can see. They start telling you like the F word. I don't even know how they learn the F word, but they don't, and they've also learned the art of begging. So that's a bit sad, but it's like pretty much everywhere. Even in our side it was the same, in Addis Ababa, in Shashamane. Yeah. So that's one thing I didn't really, you should be aware of, and it's something that should be changed, you know. Yeah. So what did you like, one thing, so that we try and also say the things that were nice?
One thing that I like?
Yes.
Well, the food. Because I love Ethiopian food, so the fact that here it's everywhere, because it's the normal food. So it's not like you have to go, like when you're in Europe, if you want to eat Ethiopian food, either like usually I will eat at home, but if you're not eating at home, like if you are not from Ethiopia, then you go to an Ethiopian restaurant usually. But here it's just everywhere, because
it's plenty.
It's the local food. Yeah, that's what I want to say. So, and I love injera, and I love all the stews. So yeah, the food, and I love food in general.
Yeah, actually I think personally Ethiopian food is the best food in Africa that I've tasted so far, because it has so much spice, it has so much, you know, there's so much they put into it, how they make it, the injera. I think I've eaten injera almost every day until I was telling I can't eat injera anymore because it's every day. But even if you're not eating injera, like the sauce of it, like the lentils, like the shiro, the potatoes, you know, everything is so nice. The salads, the food is really nice. They take time to make it. So if you come here, you'll definitely have a really good time with the food, and it also fits all budgets. There's a place I ate injera for 100 krona, and there's a place I ate injera for 1,000. You know, not krona, I mean beer. Like when we went to Abyssinia, it's a kind of a fancy place-ish. So there was really like kind of expensive. But also when I was like in Hawassa, I got a place for 100 for the whole thing of injera. So it caters for all types of budgets.
But talking about food, one thing that maybe you didn't really like is the street food.
Yes, that's one thing that probably needs, like, if you're coming here, you should be aware of, that you might be surprised. There isn't a culture of street food in Ethiopia. So in a lot of places you will walk, like this Mescal Square, if it was in another country, it would be filled, like in Mexico. You remember we were in Mexico? Yeah. You go to a square, it's filled with lots of street food of different tribes.
They have tacos and
tacos, there's fried, there's boiled, there's enchiladas, there's what. Man, Ethiopia has no street food culture, and there isn't any street food you'll really find in most places. Except for
the only one is samosa, and another one that is like kind of a mandazi. I forgot the name because I had never seen it before. And then
tea and coffee.
There is one that I didn't know about, but it's like fetira. It's from the east side, from the Somali group.
Okay.
I think that's what I learned.
Yes.
If I'm wrong, I don't know. And it's like with eggs, but that's about it.
Yeah, but so guys, you don't expect to get a lot of street food in this place. It's not common. But I was talking to a local girl from here called Mary, and she told me it's because Ethiopian, they really respect food, and they do not walk while eating.
True.
They do not, you know, stop and eat randomly, which is true. We've noticed that. And also, she even said, like, even if you come to somebody's house when they're eating, they don't stand up, because you never stand up on food. They ask you to join them, but you have to come down. So that's one of the reasons why we didn't really feel like there was a lot of street food. So something to be aware of when you're coming here.
But it's true that they respect.
Yeah, they respect it, yeah. But one thing I really did like though is that there's a lot of places where you can have like coffee, and it's really nice coffee, you know, like legitimate. You know,
Ethiopia is the country of coffee.
Yes, and and also, you know, some countries they produce something but they don't have the good thing of it. But in Ethiopia they produce coffee, and they have nice coffee also.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, so if you are a coffee lover, you love it. And Jackie just discovered a new coffee which she will love.
No, I knew it before, but I don't used to drink it. But here, I think it's the one that is the most popular, so they do it very well, and it's called macchiato. Even though we have it in Italy, but I never used to drink it.
Yeah, but now
it's nice.
It tastes good. Yeah, I had a sip of her cup, and I really liked it. So that's one thing you're gonna love about Ethiopia, especially if you're a coffee drinker, you know?
And of course the traditional coffee, bunna also.
Yes, yeah, and bunna also.
It's everywhere well.
So you can get that one almost in plenty. Yes, man. So yeah, that's something that we liked. Maybe you can add something that maybe you didn't like. Actually, on the coffee, I'd like to say, and the tea. Even the tea is really good because they have like ginger tea. They have like peanut tea. Yeah, I don't know what different types of teas. I've never seen it. It's really good. But one thing that I did not like, and I really don't like, especially coming from Kenya, East Africa. In Kenya, we drink tea, like the cups are this big, and you have to fill it to the brim. Oh my gosh, in Ethiopia, in restaurants, in the street places, anywhere, when you ask for tea, they give you these tiny cups. Even in people's houses, they're like, you want tea? You want coffee? You're like, yeah. Then they give you a small cup like this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just like teasing my balls. They need to give me like real,
the Moroccan tea is also the same, the small cups.
But at least in Morocco, they give you the whole kettle.
The teacup,
then you fill for yourself like several times.
They give you the,
yeah, we went in Morocco and we had the mint tea and it was really nice.
With
but
the small cups, but they give you...
No, not in Ethiopia. Ethiopia, they'll come, they'll serve you that small one and they'll go. I even remember when I was in Shishamane, I was invited by the Rasta community to drink tea, and it was really nice tea, you know, but she served us only top, and then she went with it, and I was like, inside I was like, come on, I want to drink more. Yeah, but anyway, that's how it is, unfortunately. But yeah, that's one thing probably, yeah, you won't really like if you like huge portions of tea.
Okay, but if we should say something that we didn't expect, is probably the issues we had with language. Because I don't know, we just thought that most people, it's the capital, we thought most people would speak English. And also, to be honest, my family, they told me, yeah, it's okay, even if you don't speak Amharic, everyone speaks English. So I came here confident. I think we both did.
Yeah,
and
we
then
did.
And then we arrived here, and the first day already, like, nobody was understanding us. We were trying to get some food, they were not understanding us.
We were trying to get airtime.
Nothing. So we were like, are we the one not, like, we were so confused. But then I think as time goes, we saw that a lot of people don't speak English, but some people speak, but they're shy, like some of the waiters. And then I don't know, maybe the young people speak, but they are, I don't know if they are shy or what.
Yeah, so actually that's a good point. Before you come to Ethiopia, just be prepared that people might not really speak English, even though you might expect that they would. And two things about this that might get you a bit upset. One is when you go to, like she said, in the waiters, like waiters will come and they'll ask you like, what do you want, like in Amharic, especially for us because we look like we're from here. Then if we say, oh sorry, we don't speak Amharic, we only speak English, like literally they run away. You can feel like they don't want to be there with you.
They're shy, they're like,
they're so shy. Then they start calling each other, come. And then the other is like, what? It's like they don't speak Amharic. Then the other will refuse to come. So you might feel as if they don't want to serve you, but it's just because they are feeling shy, because of course they want to serve you. So that was a bit, you know.
But then it depends. Some other places, like today, the lady was not speaking any English, but somehow she was trying. Like she stood there.
But that's also because she was the only waiter, so she has no option. We went somewhere and there was only one waiter. But we went last night to a dinner at a very fancy place, very expensive, and there they spoke fluent English. So it also depends on maybe the places, but in general you expect that. And the other thing I was saying about the language, one thing that really has gotten into my nerves in Ethiopia, people, if they don't understand you, they'll just say okay. They'll just say okay. Like it's happened to us like 3 different occasions. First time we went to Abyssinia, that expensive place for traditional Ethiopian food, and you know I don't eat meat at all. And Jackie, she eats it but she doesn't like it. So we asked the guy, the injera plate, does it have beef? We asked him, we want this plate but we want no beef, and he was like, no. It was like, so you understand, we don't know beef. And he's like, okay.
I said only chicken.
Yeah, he's like, maybe only one, and he wanted like 1 chicken, and then he was like, no problem,
he said
chicken.
no beef. No beef.
yeah, and I'm telling you, he brought the food, it was 90% beef and it was raw meat even,
Yeah.
and cooked meat was there, minced meat was there, everything mixed with meat.
Okay,
and,
let's say someone now will say, oh, why didn't you guys order the vegetarian? Because yeah, it's true that there is a lot of vegetarian dishes here, but it's because
Yes.
I wanted to have one of the stew with meat because
Yeah.
they're spicy. I like that spiciness, like I like the taste, so I wanted us to have all vegetarian and one chicken.
Yeah.
So I tried to make sure no beef. He said no beef, no beef. Then there was only one chicken, 90% beef, and then like 3 vegetarian plates.
Yeah, like very little. Like,
The good thing is the food tasted good, but it was just like
yeah,
what? Like,
it tasted good, but me personally, I didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy at all because it was just
too
meat
much meat,
everywhere.
yeah.
Meat everywhere. So when I had like just that tiny portion to eat, so it was a bit. And not just that. A lot of people, if you ask them, like that time, Jackie went again to the shop. Maybe a store. She's like, "Can we pay with card?" And I was like,
yeah.
"Okay."
That was
okay.
the first day.
So we are
No,
like, "Okay."
I said, can I pay with card? They said, the guy said, okay. Then he took
looked-
the menu and was looking for the
card,
thing
something written card.
for the food that is called card.
Yeah, so he was thinking it's like a food called card.
Oh, about that, if you want to ask people to pay with card here, you have to say POS, because that's the name of the machine.
They call
POS
it
machine.
POS machine.
So just say POS, don't say card, because they get confused.
Yeah, otherwise they look for food called card, but yeah, it's like they don't know the menu.
And also about payment, I think that is very common in Ethiopia is to pay with bank transfer. But if
Yeah.
you are not from here, you will not have it. So you just have to either use cash or POS if they have. Because
Yeah.
some places, especially like these small shops, they don't have.
Yeah, but the food is always good either way, so it kind of calms you down. Yeah, and you get you. So there's been a lot of these instances where they just say okay. But
then it's
I think-
surprising, like out of the blue today in the metro, those guys were speaking English.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, if you just come here, if you want something, like make sure you really specify it like 1,000 times. Be annoying, otherwise you might not get the thing that you're asking for. We've learned that the hard way. Yeah, man. So the food is always nice, all the same. Yeah. So what else? Another thing I might say that I really like about Ethiopia, especially because me, I got a chance to travel out of Addis Ababa, and I went like to the countryside, like to Hawassa and what is it called, Sheshamane. Man, the roads here are so good, so good. I haven't seen a single pothole anywhere. Like walk in the city Addis Ababa, even I was in the slums with Mary. Like seriously, you're in the slums, and the slums, the roads are good. Like how is that?
Really?
Yeah, you're in Shashamane, the roads are good. You're in Hawassa, the roads are good. Like they make the roads, the transport here is amazing. Look, even now we are here. There is like a train passing overground, and down there's like cars underground, and there's buses. The transport system, they really don't joke with the transport
But
system here.
the road-
Wait, one more thing. And Ethiopian Airlines is the #1 airline in Africa. So transportation in Ethiopia, salute. One of the best, actually the best I've seen so far. Yes.
But better roads than Morocco.
Yeah, Morocco had good roads, but they didn't have like the light rail. They didn't have, I don't know.
They only had train, but we didn't take it.
Yeah.
But these roads, the roads are good, but I don't know why. A lot of places. Oh, today is working, but a lot of places the light.
Traffic light.
Yeah, they are not working, and the way, like I have seen some videos even on social media before coming. The way the car are going, I don't know how there is no accidents.
They
It's
really,
amazing.
they know how to curve. You know, I think they have very good experience because they never bump into each other, even if there's
It's
no traffic
crazy.
lights.
But
They know
they will-
exactly when to.
But they will not wait for pedestrians.
Yeah.
Like, just
now
fight your way.
now we were talking about the good and the bad. Be ready for this. If you're coming to Addis Ababa, and Ethiopia even in general, if you're crossing the roads, man, it's you for your life
Just
and
go.
yourself. Every man for himself, and Haile Selassie for us all.
And the
Because-
cars get angry at you for crossing.
Yeah,
Like,
if you're crossing,
what
like,
should you
of
do?
course you can't cross in the middle, it doesn't make sense, but there's like pedestrian crossings, which is like meant for you to cross where you have the right of way. Trust me, not here. They will speed by there very fast, and even if you want to exert your right of way, they literally honk at you like pa 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 pa,
We get
and they
it.
scream at you, get out of the way, you know.
But at least we have seen today that these main places like Meskel Square, they have police that like kind of help
Yeah.
to respect the way, and then sometimes the traffic lights are working. Maybe it depends when there is light and when
Yeah, or
there
maybe
isn't
like
light.
when there's like rush hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, but generally, if you're coming from other countries, especially like European countries or
It's
like
crazy.
in Rwanda where they really respect these things, be careful because here they might run you over because they don't really just stop. Yeah.
And-
Oh man, look at the sunset, Joe. It's so beautiful. Whoa.
And I will suggest, I don't know if this is right to say, but
the beauty of Ethiopia.
like I would say not to, if you come here as a tourist, don't rent a car, don't drive.
Yeah, I mean that's
like
subjective.
In the city.
It depends. Maybe if you're a good experienced driver, you can.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean it's better because the city is too big. Me, I'd suggest you rent a car if you
Really?
can. Yeah, it's very big.
Despite the way they are driving, look.
Yeah, man. I mean you just have to adapt. If you're an experienced driver, you can maneuver through it.
If
easily.
you have driven in Africa.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, man. So that was the bad thing also about the roads, the pedestrian crossings. They don't really respect them. Yes.
But we are still alive, so.
We're still alive. We made it. Yeah.
And also talking about the roads, one thing that is nice is clean.
Oh,
Most
yeah.
places is very clean. The
Yes.
roads are clean, the parks are clean,
Yes.
the gardens are clean. So I think they use a lot of resources into keeping the place clean.
Yeah.
Even though there are no bins, I don't know how. Oh, there is a bin there. I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
there's not too many litter bins in the streets, but also at the same time it's really clean. You'll always see people like cleaners on the road cleaning, like taking out trash here and there.
Yeah,
You know,
a lot of
even
cleaners.
like even there's a restaurant we went to, and you know, like there's a tree like this on a tree
Crazy.
somewhere. It keeps falling, so the tree keeps shedding. But there's somebody every time they fall, they pick them up. So they are really clean in this country. I like it. Even in the ghettos are very clean, very well taken care of. But as I was saying, another concept, another theory that I have is because there's not too much street food,
Yeah.
then there's not too much littering either.
Yeah.
Because if you have nothing to chew and papers and plastics and everything, then you have nothing to throw away. So that's one of the reasons I think it's very clean here, because there's not a lot of street food culture. The only thing though is because of that, people are always spitting, man. It's too much spitting.
A lot of spitting. A lot of
It's a bit
spitting.
annoying,
And
yeah.
it's not nice.
It's not nice, yeah. They
But
should
I think
improve
you
on
are right. There isn't a lot of street food, so there isn't a lot of trash.
Yeah,
too.
so there's not a lot
Even
of
here,
trash
imagine
being
another
generated.
country, everyone would be snacking on
Yeah,
something.
yeah, exactly.
Or drinking
But if
something.
you look, like even if you look around here, nobody's actually snacking anything.
And even the train is clean, of course, because you're not even allowed water.
Yeah. So you can't eat, you can't drink, even water
Yeah.
in your bottle, you have to leave it there or gobble it all up.
Like in Denmark, for example, the metros often is dirty, and the reason it's dirty is because people drink soda, they leave their bottles, they drop them, they
Yeah.
drop their food, so
Yeah, true.
it makes sense.
Yeah. Yes, man. So another thing we should probably worth mentioning, another thing I didn't really like in Ethiopia is people. The people are really nice and good and friendly, especially if you meet them. I have to say they're one of the best people I've met. Like there's this guy I met on my way to Sheshamane, and he just asked me, "Oh, you're not from here, where are you from?" He helped me go get my hotel. He took his time to take me to the hotel. He bought me breakfast. He took care of me, you know. Then I also met like this YouTuber Mary and her boyfriend, and they were so kind, and they took us to this really nice place to eat dinner, and they took us out for dinner. A lot of people are very generous and very loving and giving. But some people though is very funny. Like if you're walking somewhere and you're lost and you want to ask for direction, somebody asks you for direction, but then they don't ask it for free. I found that to be a bit, sad. They've lost that type. Maybe it's because of the culture of begging, but they expect you to always give them something. Even the other day I was coming to buy my ticket to go to that place. I was here in Meskel Square. I was walking somewhere down there. Then a guy who was like, "Oh, you want this ticket? Like the bus ticket?" He was like, "Okay, let me show you where it is." And then he showed me, and he told me where I can get my bus to go back. But then immediately he asked me for 50 birr. And of course, I have no problem giving them that, but I think you should also sometimes just help people from the goodness of your heart without expecting to get something else. Yeah. Have you experienced anything like that?
No,
Yeah, because most of the
But-
time I was with you.
I didn't. Because I didn't need anything, so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But I don't know if maybe they also tend to do that more to people that look foreign.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
But
think...
in general, people have been nice. When they have a way to communicate with you, then they're
they've
nice.
been really nice. Yeah, they've been really nice. Yeah, so the people are amazing. So far, so good. And I wish we could speak more so that it would be easier. Yes.
I
Now,
just want to take a video because of the sun.
okay, let's take such videos, then we'll continue with the video. All right, we are back. Like we never left. So another thing we just thought about now, Jackie. Yeah, what is it?
why are you putting me on the hot spot?
Yeah.
We were saying that talking about people, everyone or most people, not everyone, has been nice.
A lot of people, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has been nice. Everyone like try to help you if they can understand you and guide you and so on. But one thing that is like funny, let's say, is that they stare a lot.
Yes.
Because I think maybe we look like tourists, obviously, so we don't look from here. So people, like today when we were taking the train, some people were talking to us and all the others were just like looking at us and trying to understand what's happening. I mean, it's understandable because it's like it's something new, like something different, a different language, because probably they don't hear English every day unless they watch TV.
But it's not even about speaking. So long as you're not from here, let me just tell you, if you're coming to Ethiopia and you're coming for whatever reason, be very prepared to get stairs. If you're not used to stairs, you will get used to stairs. And the stairs here are not the ones like people like look at you with the side eye. These ones they look at you literally all the way as you go. And it makes you feel uncomfortable until you get immune to it.
Yeah,
like
no,
the
I
stairs
don't mind
are so
anymore.
much. Yeah, you actually
say,
don't mind at some point.
Let me say, someone might say, oh, it's because you guys maybe don't look from here or so on. But even when I have been going around alone, and I'm not Ethiopian, but I'm like Habesha. Even when I'm going alone, they were still looking at me like around our house.
Yeah, so I just think generally if you're not from, they know if you're not from here,
they're
then they wonder, they're just wondering, you know.
This?
And of course it happens in many countries. Even me, when I see some people who are not like from where I'm living, I ask myself where are they from. But I ask myself in my brain, a lot of people are like, I wonder where these people are from. But because they think out loud with your brain,
just
like,
at you.
Like where are they from, you know?
And
what
then
do they
some
do?
other
What do they
people,
eat?
they are shy, so they don't look so much. They just look a lot. But when they have passed you, I even saw one in your videos.
Yes.
That then when they have passed you, they turn around.
Yeah. Actually, now I started making fun of them because I knew people who would stare at me. So I would walk, and then after we walk each other, I know 100% they're looking at me. Then I look at them.
And then they laugh.
Then they don't stop and I don't stop. Then at the end of it, they are embarrassed. Then they laugh and they walk away.
And then when the camera is out, of course, it's like even worse. Everyone is looking.
Yeah. Now when I have to do my vlogs and everything, then that's it. It's like this stranger with long horse hair here and a camera there, and like it's just like a whole other ball game, you know.
Oh, and talking about videos also, I think a lot of people here don't like the recordings, and there's military, and anytime they see you and there is military anywhere, they will be like, hey, no camera, no video, no camera, no recording. So if you are like someone who travels for videos, just keep that in mind. But just fight your way through, because they will say that then you walk 1 meter, they have forgotten already.
And actually I think there's no rule or law about filming, because like for example, you can go in, like in this train, we went through one entrance and the guy was like, no filming. And the next entrance we were filming, and the cops there don't even mind. They're very okay.
It depends who you meet.
Yeah, it depends who you meet. They just depends on how they feel, you know. And even like I remember in the airport when I arrived, the first thing, the guy was very rude, took my camera, and like no filming. Then in my comment section, somebody was like, I'm from Ethiopia, and this guy was just being extra. Like,
oh really?
They were like, this guy was just being extra. There's no problem filming because you can just do what you're doing.
Maybe it depends also if you meet people that like to use their power a lot.
Yeah. So I guess it depends on person to person. But it's possible to film here. I've been filming a lot. If they tell you no filming, me I usually don't listen to those things. They tell me no filming, I just put it down for 2 seconds and I continue, unless it's like government offices and stuff. But if it's like open spaces, you know, just be okay with that, no worries.
But today also there was a guy who told you don't film like without asking or invitation. That was like a civilian, just a normal person.
Yeah, but of course there's always those people. And it's okay, I respect them because they have their rights.
You can manage to film if you are like a YouTuber or something.
Yes. Now let me tell you guys something that really surprised me about Ethiopia. In Kenya and in Uganda, those ones I'm 100% sure, and I think one more country which I'm not sure.
Tanzania?
Not Tanzania. Kenya, Uganda, and one other country, we do not have enough power and electricity supply. So we usually import our electricity from Ethiopia because Ethiopia has too much. In fact, we were reading they have an excess of 50%. Like of the country's needs, they have an excess of 50+ in excess electricity. So they usually export electricity to Kenya, Uganda, and some other countries because they have too much. But it is surprising how electricity disappears in this country. Like almost every day we've been here, at some point electricity has gone off.
whether it's 10 minutes or 2
or
hours,
2 hours.
every day.
And we're lucky we're living in a good area. Like we're living actually here in Mescal Square, just up there in that hill, in a place near the Hilton. And we were told by some people who live here that that's like the posh area, the better area, where electricity doesn't really go off.
And water.
Yeah,
always.
I'm coming to water. Let's start with electricity. So electricity doesn't go off so much, and I experienced this when I went to Shashamane. I went there and there was no electricity for 2 days, like straight up. There was no electricity, man. And the guys were like, yeah, it came for a while, like for 10 minutes, then again it disappeared. So it's very shocking for me that electricity disappears in this country, which has such excess that it even sells it outside.
But even in the capital, it goes out. Even I went to visit my family, they live a bit outside. And like when I was there, it went for
even today,
1 hour or something.
Even today, we went to order some food in the restaurant. When we went there was power. So we ordered some food, some juice and everything. Then later the waiter comes and like, oh, sorry, there's no power, it has gone away. So now we can't make your whatever you wanted. Yeah.
They cannot make the juice because there was no power.
So that's funny. I don't know why, but if you know, comment in the comment section where there's power problems here. And the other problem, as you said,
the water in our area, luckily it has only gone one time.
Twice.
For the maybe two times since we have been here. But anyways, every house has like some water that they save for when this happen. But in outside areas like where we went today, for example, I think 90% of the time there is no water coming from the tap. But when I went somewhere with my uncle, I saw that they are working like to make what is it called, like in the street they were making this thing so that the water comes to these areas. But for now they have to use like I don't know what it's called.
Me neither.
Like they just have to save it.
Okay.
They have to save water, and like how we did today, then you take and wash.
Oh, they have to put it in tanks.
Yeah, tank. Yeah, it's not coming from the tap. For now.
But I don't know about water problems here. I would be lying if I said if there is like water reserves, water reservoirs, because you know Ethiopia is also landlocked. I don't know, I have no idea. But for electricity, I was surprised. For water, maybe not too surprised, but just be prepared that there is a lot of power and water shortages sometimes, even if it's unexpected, especially if you're not living in Addis Ababa. Yes, man.
This country is big.
This country is huge. It's very, very huge and diverse, and we only scratch the surface, the potential, you know. Yeah. And maybe the last thing I want to mention is be prepared for slow internet also. It doesn't have the fastest internet. It's very, very rare to find like 3G, 4G, 5G.
No, even if you have 5G, it's still slow. I don't know how.
Yeah, it's still slow, you know. Even the Wi-Fi is a bit slow, even in like, just be prepared for that. So, especially if you're a content creator like me. But the good thing that I love, I really love this about Ethiopia. They have a lot of unlimited internet. In fact, it's cheaper to buy unlimited internet, like on your phone, for example. Then you can hotspot yourself and like move around with it. Because you pay like 300 birr for 1 week, unlimited. It doesn't matter what you do with it. Or 900 birr or 1,000.
I paid 900 birr. Yeah, 900 birr 1 month.
For 1 month. Yes, man.
And it's really unlimited.
It's unlimited. Like you can use it as much as you can. So that's one thing I really love about it.
Hotspot, even though they don't tell you, you can actually hotspot.
Or you can buy the gadgets where you can use it, the Wi-Fi, and you can use it as much as you want.
Wi-Fi, but it's expensive.
So all my videos I've been uploading through my phone, and they're like heavy videos and everything. So the internet here is slow, like it's like 50-50. It's slow, but it's unlimited. So at least it's not expensive. Because in other places, even like in Kenya, for you to get unlimited internet is very expensive, you know.
Oh really?
Yeah, it will cost you a lot. Even in Sweden, man, unlimited. Like me and you, we have unlimited internet, and from Sweden, but we pay about 500 Swedish krona a month. How much is that? 500. Yeah.
Let's check. 500.
It's about 3,000 birr, I think. Okay. If I'm not wrong, 3,000 or 2,800 ish.
Let's see.
Fast. In other countries, it's expensive.
2,600.
Yeah, 2,600. Yeah, they believe you. But here is only 900 birr. So I know the speeds there are much faster, but still it's ridiculously expensive. I think in Kenya it would also be the same thing. I don't know because I don't live there.
In Kenyan shillings, this is 5,900, the one we pay in Sweden.
It would probably be almost the same. So that's one good thing about here. And they also have Safaricom, if you guys can see there. Safaricom is a Kenyan company, and you know me, I'm a patriot, so I always like promoting
But
Kenyan
we
products.
ended up taking the Ethiopian one just because we had so many problems.
Yeah.
So it was the one closest to the house.
Yes, we
But-
didn't use Safaricom, we used Ethio Telecom.
So we cannot tell which one is the fastest. We both have the same.
Yes. But I think that's pretty much what you need to know before you come to Ethiopia.
There is one more thing.
Yes, one more thing.
The
Tell
weather.
Them. Yeah, tell them, say.
No, the weather. Like what do you think about the weather? Tell us.
The weather is confusing me because when we came, the weather was really gloomy. It was raining. And Ethiopia, by there, it rains anytime. We might be sitting here like this, then poof, and it can even be raining when the sun is shining. That's one of the things that's strange about here. But so far, the last 3 days, because today is my last day, the weather has been so amazing. Only sun. Even now I have my shorts. First time I'm actually wearing my shorts outside, you know. Every time I've been having like trousers and always walking with a hoodie. Yeah, but now it's changed completely. I don't know. But maybe it's the season. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, I think it's the season and also the altitude, you know.
yeah.
So, but for me personally, I don't hate it because I don't like when it's too hot. I don't like cold, but I also don't like too hot. So this temperature of like 20, 25, for me is like the ideal temperature. And of course it's annoying because sometimes you have to you always have to carry a jacket or a scarf because you don't know what's gonna happen, or an umbrella like everyone. And people in their comments were saying that it's because of the unexpected rain.
Yeah,
And
probably
it's
it's true. Yeah, and also they were saying because when it's hot, the sun is so hot
very
because
hot, yeah.
Ethiopia is so high. Yeah.
Addis Ababa is very high, but
Addis Ababa, yeah, sorry.
but anyways, for me, even though the rain is annoying, I like the weather.
Yeah, so that is it, guys. What do you think? By the way, one more thing. Do you think Ethiopia is expensive?
Yes,
Yeah, it's expensive.
especially if you are a local. I don't know how people really manage it.
Yeah, because as you know, we are using like foreign currencies,
yeah.
like let's say like euros to be general. So it's a bit okay for us because if you compare with prices from home, it's almost like the dinner we went yesterday is almost the same prices as the ones in
Yeah,
Europe.
like Sweden.
If you go to buy like some coffees, cappuccino in the cafes and everything, it's like
That's it.
Swedish prices, you know. But so it's really difficult probably for the locals, but I'm sure they have their small places where they can manage, but it's not super cheap, but it's still not the most expensive place.
Yeah, because if
I
you
think.
buy a macchiato in a cafe that is a bit nice, like middle level, is about 70 birr, which is like €1.15. And in Italy, for example, a coffee like that would be 152. So it's almost the same.
Yeah.
But I think maybe also because here the locals maybe go to more of the smaller places which
Yeah.
are cheaper. Like the one we went today to eat beans, it was okay. So it depends. But in general,
but for
it's
example,
not
like
cheap.
the other one we went, the more high end, the one we
Yeah.
went, one cappuccino was 150.
Yeah,
Yeah, for a
and
cappuccino.
it was not good.
Yeah, and it was also not good. And also like yesterday, I think we bought a bottle of water for 180 birr.
Really?
Yeah.
No, 6 bottles.
No, like one bottle, one. They at the restaurant.
Oh, at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, it was 180.
Yeah,
I
it
wanted
was.
to ask you.
It was 180 birr.
Oh my god, that's how much we paid for 6 bottles at the shop.
Yes. We bought 6 bottles like of 2 liters, so 12 liters, and we paid the same 180. But yesterday we went to a nice restaurant and it was like 180 birr. And today we went to another small cafe and the same water was 25. Yeah.
But guys, it was my birthday, you know.
No,
so
but basically about the cost
we
of
have
living,
It depends.
It depends on where you're going. But
let's say there is something for everyone.
it's something for everyone, yeah. But in general, I don't know. Maybe if you really want to do budget, the transport is so cheap because you pay like the buses 10 birr, 5 birr. But if you take the taxi, the same places, you'll pay 300 birr, 350 birr, you know.
But like
So it just depends on your
kilo-
comfort and what you want.
1 kilo of bananas, it's like $1. Is that cheap or expensive? I
That
don't
one is
know.
a bit expensive, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for example, here they sell things in kilos, but like in Kenya they sell per piece. So they could sell you one banana for like 10 shillings. And maybe 1 kilo is like,
It's like 137 shillings.
yeah, that's a bit expensive. Because that's 13, you'd get 13 bananas with that in Kenya. And 13 bananas is like maybe 2 kilos or
Yeah.
2.5 kilos.
Maybe veggies and stuff like that is a bit, but I don't
Yeah.
know if in Ethiopia maybe some stuff are imported. Maybe that's why things are
Yeah, because you know it's a
expensive.
landlocked country. And
We
I didn't
don't
see a
know.
lot of
We don't
agriculture
know.
happening. Anyway, we don't know. We're just, you know, we're just thinking,
babbling.
Oh yeah, and the final thing is like we actually I keep saying final thing.
Final.
We went to the supermarkets here, and they were, most of them were empty, man. Like we didn't find a lot of things. So it was really, and there's no big chains. You know how you have some big supermarkets, like almost everywhere. You know, and the Carrefours and the Coops and the,
Yeah, like
you know,
the one that are more like international.
not
that
even
are in different
international, even in different countries, they have their own local brands. Like in Kenya, we have Tuskys.
But like the
which
one
is
we
so
went, I think they have different places. Like it's called Queens. Maybe
Yeah.
someone can tell us. I
Yeah.
think they have different places, but still,
There was nothing.
there was not much choice.
Yeah, like we
And
went to the
we went to a
supermarket.
smaller supermarket and they had the same stuff.
Yeah, so
basically.
big and
And
small is
cheaper.
pretty much
Cheaper, but
pretty
the
much
same.
the same. Yeah,
So we don't know. Maybe we are the one who have been going to the wrong places. I
Yeah.
don't know. But then I went to a shop close to our house, like a small shop. I found out that those shops are called Banco.
Banco.
And they almost had the same stuff that they had in the big supermarket, like
Yeah.
oil and stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah, man.
But we managed, we
Too
managed.
much talking. Now the people are tired.
Okay. That's
Okay.
That's all for
But
us.
guys, we're about to finish it. But let me show you how
sun has
Mescal
gone
Square
down.
looks at this particular point when the sun is setting. It's so beautiful. They start lighting out these lights here over here, so you can see. So you can come here at night and enjoy these beautiful spaces here. You know, look at how they light it up as you watch the sunset in the background and the skyscrapers. Addis Ababa is truly beautiful. So this is probably one of the most developed or developing countries in Africa. So we are glad you guys got to learn a few things from us, which is our personal first-hand experiences, things that worked, things that did not work really well. So when you come here, your stay might be a bit smoother, maybe because of this video. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, and recommend it to your friends. So see you guys in the next one. Adios.
Bye bye.
Bye.